What's up, guys? Kevin here from Relax Learn Guitar. Oh, I didn't. You might want to turn on your volume. No. Sorry, guys. Still working out the technical issues here. Let's see what's up and see if I can see. I know that there was Diana was here, and if I skip there we go. I see a green. I see a red live circle. And I think I see a couple of, oops, wrong there. Yeah, there we go. I think we're good. What's up? I'm Kevin from Relax Learn Guitar. If you can see and hear me okay, please let us know in the chat. And nice and clear, Miss Diana. Congratulations, Miss Diana. She is a proud new owner of a new guitar, new Martin guitar. She shared some pictures, very nice. It happens to be a model I kind of like. If you can see and hear, let us know. Vicky's the official moderator. She is my wife, for those of you that are new here and have not been around Relax Learn Guitar much. She helps with the camera and many things. The chats and the moderating and the hellos and the social media and all those things. Oh, good. Randy said, hey, what's up, Randy? Good to see you. Who else did I miss? Let's see. Mr. Steve's here from Ontario, Canada. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Always love connecting live with everybody. And did I get Mr. Fisher there, too? You can say hi to him, Vic. In the chats. Okay. Well, my name is Kevin. At Relax Learn Guitar, I help folks that are kind of the lovers of music. I say over 40 in an upper range. Could be over 50-ish, doesn't really matter. But I help folks play guitar like they've always wanted to. Use easy to learn lessons, easy to follow, pretty laid back, and really enjoy what we've been doing with Relax Learn Guitar. I'm excited to see it going where it's going. Dinah said it was worth the wait for her guitar. There, I see it. And for the live stream tonight, so we did a live stream a couple of weeks ago and thought it went pretty okay, and I think we might want to try start doing these a little more regular if we can, so keep an eye on that. What's up, Mr. Robert Phillips? Welcome to you as well. And this is a topic that's near and dear to me. I kind of see this, I'm going to give you some tips tonight on strumming and rhythm, and I've seen these make like the biggest differences with many folks that go through the Relax Learn Guitar membership, which I'll talk about later. Oh, Mr. Joseph D'Antoni's here. Welcome. I'm so glad you're well. I hope you're getting sort of back to normal down there in Louisiana, or yeah, New Orleans, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You were kind of right in the middle of it, so hopefully you're doing well. It's good to see you. So this strumming and rhythm topic, I kind of put out a question to folks, both in YouTube and with Relax Learn Guitar, the members there. And this is probably one of the #1 questions I get from people about how do I strum in rhythm, or they're kind of struggling with strumming in time. So I wanted to make that the kind of official topic tonight. If you guys have any questions at all, you can put them here in the chat. As always, we're kind of new to this live stream thing. There's the kind of super chat thing and the thanks stuff. So if you guys are into that and want to use those to help us out with producing these videos, that'd be great. We're going to meet Miss Maggie May. She's our official mascot. She's over here pawing my leg. So we've been doing some recording this week, and she just loves the camera. So she's saying hello. She also, yeah, and she loves to give kisses too. So it's been a good little addition to our family. Mr. Boyd is here from North Carolina. Welcome, Mr. Boyd. He's a recently new member at Relax Learn Guitar. Love connecting with you guys. Blucher says, hey, Maggie. Tom Carpenter's here. Excellent. Lots of members here on the live tonight. Max King from Delaware. Greetings from Kenneth Ken Kissling's here. Awesome. Ken Ersch from Costa Rica. Wow. Hope you're doing well over in Costa Rica. That sounds a little cooler than where we're at here in Cincinnati, Ohio. But oh, and Enric. So good to see you, Enric. I'm glad you're able to connect. Maybe the YouTube stuff will work better for you. Enric's in the membership as well. So this is one that's near and dear to my heart. Like I've said, I've seen this make the most difference. I don't want to like put pressure on folks, but I personally feel like playing in rhythm when you're playing guitar and playing in time, and you kind of switch those out, same kind of thing, is probably like the most important part of playing guitar. I happen to really like the acoustic guitar. I kind of favor it over the electric guitar, although guitars are amazing instruments. The reason I like that so much, I think they're very percussive, and we're going to talk about kind of percussion and timing tonight. I'm going to give you a couple of, we're going to do them together, so make sure you have your guitars with you. It doesn't actually really matter if they're in tune tonight, because we're going to do a lot of string muting and kind of strumming tonight, but you can always tune your guitar up, a good idea. And I'm going to give you some exercises. We're going to run through them together, and then you can use them on your own to practice and get better at playing in rhythm. The DD Kids Place in the house. Like full disclosure, those are our amazing grandsons. Good to see you guys. They've been helping us out with the whole TikTok thing. That's a whole other beast. And who else we got? We got Jim Bishop from Sanger, California. Welcome from the West Coast. And let's see, hope I didn't miss anybody. Nope, got the Costa Rica. Good guy. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is metronomes, like the dreaded M word. If you're not using it, if you want to get better at playing in rhythm and time, a metronome is just essential in my opinion. I prefer, just because I kind of old school, I like the tangible. I like to touch my chunky piece of plastic Korg metronome. I don't do anything fancy with these. I just set them to beep at a certain beats per minute, or you'll see BPM, that's what that stands for. And I use those to get a timing, and I don't kind of worry about all the different settings you can do with, like, you know, beeps on the accent, or quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, you know, 4/4 time, 3/4 time. I don't really worry about those. But I highly recommend you use a metronome. You can use an app. You can get one. You can just go to a website online, get them for free. I just happen to use that one. And we're going to be using the metronome tonight. If you are new to a metronome, you can kind of mess around with those. But like I said, I'm just basically turning mine on and setting it to 80 beats per minute. So if you got a metronome handy tonight for this lesson, that's great. If you don't, it's okay. You'll probably be able to hear it beep. And set it to about 80 beats per minute. And that's what we're going to kind of go with tonight. The first thing we're going to do with these tips is to turn on the metronome. Hopefully you guys can hear that. And hopefully you can hear that. I want you to tap your toe when the metronome beeps. And if you're not tapping your toe when you're listening to music, I tap my toe all the time no matter what, but really get used to tapping your toe when you're listening to music and while you're playing music as well. Some people say, so I'm right-handed, I do tap with my right foot. Some folks say don't do that because it like moves the guitar. I think it's minimal and doesn't really bother me. And I like tapping with the same toe that I strum with, and you'll see why here in a bit, as far as a little trick you can use to kind of keep things going. So you want to annoy everyone around you with your metronome beeping and your toe tapping. Once you've kind of got that piece down, we're going to mute our strings with your, well, if you're left-handed, if you're right-handed, use your left hand. You don't need to worry about chords tonight for this lesson. And you're going to strum down at the same time your foot's going down, at the same time that that beat is happening. Okay? I'm metronome really makes me slow down. I tend to play fast. Oh, I was already doing it there. That's kind of ground zero for using a metronome to get into rhythm. The reason this is important, if you look at or listen to any music, or if you're watching YouTube videos, or if you're at church, or you're watching a band or whatever, like, pay attention to the musicians. It's really rare that you don't see them keeping time in some way with their body. That's usually with their foot. You can clap, like in church, it's usually kind of clapping. And it's very noticeable when someone's clapping at a time, or their toes not tapping in time, which is the same thing with guitar. It's very noticeable when you're not strumming your guitar in time. So that's why it's really important, especially if you're playing with other folks, or like a singer, or you're singing yourself. It's really important to do that. Like, I haven't stopped tapping my toe. Just get used to doing that. Like, while you're watching TV, eventually the metronome, you don't have to keep using it forever, but it's a good tool to use because it really gets into your brain and your muscle memory and helps you become kind of naturally, I guess it's naturally rhythmic. So the strum and going down, the little trick I tell folks, and I was told this, like, I was probably, I don't know, like 13 or 14, when my first guitar teacher kind of showed this to me. It's fine till you add chords. We're not going to worry about chords yet. Yeah, we're just going to worry about the rhythm tonight. We're about the chords later. So what he had said to do was to imagine tying a piece of string, so an imaginary piece of string. I've never tried it with a real piece of string. For a visual, I'd like to do that in the future. He said, imagine tying a piece of string around your toe and around your wrist. So when you're muting your strings and your toes hitting the ground when that metronome beeps, that imaginary piece of string is pulling your hand down, which causes your down strum. Okay? And then when you bring your wrist up, that pulls your toe up. So you're almost kind of strumming your guitar with your foot, if you want to kind of think of it that way. The important part here is to really be steady about it. Like, you can get out of time, everyone does, but using a metronome and doing this little trick helps you get back in quicker rather than later. Okay? And then we're counting. We're going to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of the basis of almost all Western music. Because that's 4 beats, which is why it's called quarter notes. If you turn your metronome back on, mute your strings, tap your toe, and then strum down and count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time you count to 4 is a measure or a bar. It's the same, means the same thing. So we're going to practice tonight with some quarter notes, and we're going to play for 2 bars. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you did that all night, you get kind of bored. So we're going to add in 1/8 notes. So we're going to double it, and this is where the ands come into play. So when you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, when your foot hits the ground, when you're bringing your hand back up and strumming up on your guitar strings, those are the ands. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. There's 8 of those in there. That's why it's called an 8th note. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 for fourths or quarter notes, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The trick, I knew I was doing it too fast. The trick is to keep it steady. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The beats per minute doesn't change. You're just kind of doubling up those strums because you're doing an eighth note instead of a quarter note. Mr. Kevin Harris, hello from Kentucky. Oh, what part of Kentucky are you in, Mr. Harris? We're very close. We're neighbors. My family's from Kentucky. And we got Chadwick Blackman, hi from Winston-Salem, another North Carolina. Let's see, I think it was Tom that's also from North Carolina. So we got 2 North Carolinas on tonight. So that is the kind of the toe tapping and the importance of it. Finding that beat and using that metronome.
Bowling Green.
Oh, nice. Bowling Green, Kentucky. That's where John Carpenter's from. The Halloween director. I don't know why I know these random things, but it's just a favorite movie of mine anyway. And now we're going to do it. We're going to add a third thing to our exercise. So we're going to be going through kind of 3 phases tonight for your practice and to take back with you from this live stream. So you have the quarter notes, the eighth notes. The next thing is a 16th note. So those get counted 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. And those 1E andas take place in between each beep. So you don't ever stop tapping your foot. And your foot's always tapping on that downbeat, right? So you have where we start at 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have the eighth notes where we add the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 16th sounds like this. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and. So sounds a little Johnny Cash-ish. Yeah, it does sound like a train a little bit. So you're the reason this is important is really helpful that I've seen with folks that they're able to kind of divide beats up. So if you're doing that, first of all, the down strumming, you can do that with so many songs, and that's kind of with a starting strum pattern, if you will, for most tunes that I help folks learn. And then, you know, up strums are important as well. Now,
Is that block, baby?
now, you might be doing 16th notes a lot, but it's a good rhythm exercise.
We're still doing 80.
Yes, it's all 80 beats per minute has not changed. So set your metronomes to 80. Grab your guitar, mute your strings. We're going to do 2 measures of each of these, the quarter note, the eighth note, and the 16th notes. And the whole time you're doing this, you have that imaginary piece of string that's toe is pulling down your wrist on those downbeats. So from the top for the exercise, it would look like this. Get my foot straight here. You probably want to tap your toe first just to make sure you're in there, in the groove. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 2 and a 3 and a 4E and I run out of breath before I can say all those E andas. That's the so we'll do that one from the top again. So, and this time I'll just kind of like warn, you know, when the next one's coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth. Oops. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Just keep doing those over. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and that's kind of a very start there kind of metronome exercise you can do. If you do that and kind of imagine that piece of string and kind of that, in my case, kind of the right side. You can tap with your left toe if you like, and strum with your right. I don't think it really matters, as long as you're tapping your toe. I just find it easier to do on the same side I'm strumming on. Now, as far as like adding in those chords, you can start out that way. You don't have to mute your strum. You could use this to also practice changing chords. So you could use like a G, and then go to a C, and then go to a D. So you have, here, turn the metronome on. One, two, three, four, C, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and D. That kind of thing. C. Tap your toe the whole time. So don't stop tapping your toe, and that beeping is probably already burned into your brain for the night. You're probably going to hear this as you move on through your evening's festivities, and you're hanging out or eating dinner or watching TV, whatever you're doing, walking the dog. Like right now, I still hear it, and it's not a bad thing. It can drive you a little crazy, but you want those to be there because that's kind of the basis of what rhythm and timing means. That you're steady and you're in rhythm. You're not erratic. You're not too fast, too slow, whatever. Let's see. You are doing 2 down strums between E2. Let's see here. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4 for the down strums and the quarter notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for the eighths. So just down, up, down, up, down, up. For the 1E and as I'm doing 1E and 2. So if we're slowing it down, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and so there's a down, up for each beat. And if it's like jumbling together, just slow your metronome down. There's no reason you have to stick with 80. You can do 70, especially for those 16th notes. Let's see, I gotta start from the top. It's easier for me to work up. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Did that help? If you slow it down, it's probably a little easier to see and feel the down up strums. I think that's what you meant by your question. If not, just let me know. Good questions. And it's something that you want to kind of make part of your, I'm big into like a few minutes a day. You don't have to do this for, 30 minutes a day. But if you kind of do a finger exercise or so for a minute and you spend just, a couple of minutes doing an exercise like this, it's just going to build up. It's like the foundation of a house. You're going to have a solid foundation, so when you start building things on top of it, it doesn't all come crumbling down. So it might be a little boring, but it's pretty important. So let's see, North Carolina here too. What's up, man? North Carolina is in the house. It's like something's going on with Relax Learn Guitar in North Carolina. That's fine. Who did I miss? Did you get folks? Oh, okay. There's a Steve from Pennsylvania. Cool. Good. So any questions about what we've covered tonight? Hopefully you found it helpful. You can leave me questions if if folks are tuning in and not watching live, and you leave a comment, we will definitely get back to you and answer your questions for you. So if you're joining late or watching this on the replay, you can totally ask questions. That's fine.
You can also slow the video down.
Yeah, you can slow the video down. You can slow down. Don't start at 80 beats per minute. You can do 70. You can even do 60 if you really want to kind of get this down. Just remember to tap that toe, that imaginary piece of string, and the 4s, baby. Guitar's all about counting to 4, and then 8, and then 16. Those are very good foundations for you. If you would like to... Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Kissling. Thanks for... tuning in tonight. Good to see you. If you would like more help and even more access to all the lessons I have, and there's several members on tonight. I don't know if you guys know that we have a Relax on Guitar full access membership that we run. So when I say we, it's Vicky and I. Kind of what you see is what you get. And we do a full access membership. I'll leave a link in the description. You can check that out. You get access to all of my in-depth lessons, well-paced in the exact order you should follow. Can't brag enough about the great community of members we have there. All folks that are over 40 that are loving the guitar and playing and learning, which is great. You're never too old to learn. You also get your questions answered. I'm very responsive, but we'll definitely get back to you. It's very simple to join, no risk, no obligation. I'll leave that link in the description. You guys can check that out if you want to kind of take it further and take the next step. Lisa, thank you. Good stuff. Good to get my metronome working instead of collecting dust. Yeah, just get that metronome out every once in a while. Like I said, you want to use it forever, but it's good to use it every once in a while and kind of remind your brain what's going on. Any other questions, let us know here. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off on this week's live stream. Thanks so much for you guys tuning in. I want to see if we... oh, we got him. You're welcome, Randy. Well, thanks so much, guys. Put this one in your back pocket. Use this in your everyday just for a couple of minutes, and you'll see improvement with your rhythm and your strumming and time. And like I said, if you want to check out and head on the next level of your guitar journey, check out the Relax on Guitar membership. I'll leave a link here in the description, and you can check that out too. Gary say, totally forgot. It's cool, Gary. You can watch the replay. All right, we're going to sign off. You guys take care.